Hey everybody. So tonight we're doing the angel Bariel. And Bariel is used a lot of times when you're doing work with planetary energy of Jupiter. It's also used a lot for materialization and prosperity, making things happen. Also for healing, especially psychological healing. The thing that I would say about Bariel, I've used Bariel a lot. Um, the thing that I would say about Bariel is, you know how we do our work where we're increasing vagal tone and we're diminishing dysregulation. You know, this idea of dysregulation and vagal tone is like different ways of saying something in more mystical circles. Like, when we talk about increasing vagal tone, really what we're talking about is walking with light or bringing light in, aligning with the light, attuning with the light. And our survival field, when it's overly dominant, it causes dysregulation in the nervous system, which we know as fight flight. But what that also does, regardless of how we got there, is it kind of pulls us from the light, or we walk in darkness. And this doesn't mean evil. It just means that we're not aligned with light. We're aligned with the repetition of the mind, the repetition of the body, and repetitive things in the environment, right? And what happens when we are there for long enough periods of time is we become kind of attuned to it. We get used to the pattern. If you look at the idea of chronic pain, whenever we look at these physical things in the body, we can learn things about ourselves, not because, oh, it's some psychological thing in me that is associated with the chronic pain. You just see how mechanisms work, right? So chronic pain is a very good example. Is we have pain, and then we have more pain, and then we move around and we have some more pain, and then pretty soon the mind remembers this and starts to predict this and will start to increase pain sensitivity in a particular area to keep you from injuring that area more. And it sounds like it's a weird idea or a weird concept, but sometimes what happens is our mind actually starts to try to protect an area, but it does it through like increasing pain levels, right? We have this in the body, but we also have this in situations. We also have this with people. We also have this with things in the environment. And in a way, you could say that there's times where we get attuned or aligned with a certain kind of dysregulation in the nervous system. It's not because we chose it. It's not because you sit and you go, I really want to be dysregulated. I want to be in fight flight. I want to be drawn more to the darkness and the ignorance of this or that. It's still tied to this idea of survival and trying to minimize something. Anything that happens in the mind, anything, always starts with sensation. No matter what it's about, it always starts with sensation, right? Then the mind starts to do things where it tries to predict things and it looks to recognize, recognize patterns, recognize past situations. This is part of the intellectual mind. And so, like with this, sometimes we're stuck in these loops. We have this kind of gravity in a situation where it's hard to break out of a situation because of the gravity that's there. And in a weird way, through a period of time, we end up becoming a little more attuned to this negative situation or this dysregulation, and we kind of align with it. And it's because the brain, on some level, the intellect is trying to avoid something that it predicts that might be worse. It's not that it will be worse, it's that it might be worse, right? And so with this, how do we deal with this, right? So in the body, we deal with it by re-educating the nerves, and we do things for chronic pain where we help to the brain let go of these particular pain patterns and things of this nature. But what about when it's in our environment? Or what about when it's with a person? Or what about when it's in some sort of situation? Like how do we let go of it? How do we align again with the light? And how do we attune ourselves to the light, especially in this particular area? So this is why this is used for materialization and manifestation is whenever you start to do a materialization practice or a manifestation practice, you're doing it because you're trying to break out of some sort of repetition. You're trying to break out of a pattern and you're trying to bring something new in, or you're trying to improve your life. You're trying to prosper, you're trying to heal, you're trying to thrive on some level. And so you're trying to go beyond what is been happening and what's been repetitive in nature. Like this is what's always been happening. I keep doing the same thing. I'm expecting different results, but I keep doing the same thing over and over again. And so this idea of breaking out of a pattern, or sometimes it's not even breaking out of a pattern, it's allowing something to happen. We don't have much patience for allowing a shift to happen, but we'll double down and commit to the repetition that keeps making us miserable, and we'll keep doing it over and over and over again, right? Bariel helps us to let go of the dysregulation. Bariel helps us to let go of the pattern. Bariel helps us to let go of those predictions that the mind is making. And Bariel helps us to align with the intuitive mind and align and attune with the light, which means healing, innovation, evolution of the soul, of the breaking out of patterns, the breaking out of the misery or the suffering that's in some particular situation. That's what Bariel does. That's that's why you use it for Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion, which is an intuitive process, not an intellectual one. Jupiter is about thriving and materializing and manifesting. And Jupiter is very deeply associated with healing and the healing process. The healing process is tied to expansion, right? So we're going to work Bariel tonight. And so what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes for a moment. And first, just check in with your body. How does your body feel? And then reflect on the things that happened this week. The good, the bad, doesn't matter. Just reflect. Okay. Think of some past event or pattern in your life that's just always there. So before we start inhaling, I thought we'd play with the name. So Bariel. So we're going to repeat the name. How about we'll have your awareness on the heart? And we're going to do it in syllables. So first will be ba, and then re, and then l. Ready? Ba, re, l. 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 Just be still for a moment. Your awareness is on your brain. With your awareness on your brain, silently in your mind, repeat ba, re, l. Ba, re, l. Ba, re, l. L, ba, re, L. Now let's pull out the oil. Begin inhaling the oil. Your awareness is on your forehead. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. That's right. Good, yeah. Okay, so now move your awareness from the forehead to the back head. Your awareness is on the back head. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the back head. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Yeah, the sides of your head, like the whole side of your head. Okay, let that go. Your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. Your awareness is on the brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now, move your awareness down to the high heart, that little notch right here between the two collarbones. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're still on that high heart area. And you're letting it go. And we want to visualize ourselves in a ball of light. Again, as we visualize ourselves in our ball of light, we increase vagal tone in the nervous system. We decrease the dysregulation that is potentially there. It doesn't wipe it all out, but it decreases it. And it's stimulating to the mental permanent atom that we also would call the blue pearl. So let's visualize ourselves in a ball of light. You're completely surrounded by a ball of light. You're meditating on the ball of light. And then let it go. Just be still for a moment. Okay, so let's talk about what we just talked about again, but like in a little bit different way, right? How the mind tries to predict like pain or difficulty or like falling short or whatever it may be. And then, you know, keeps us from maybe having that experience. So then it might intensify some sort of pain. It might intensify anxiety. It might intensify fear, or it would make you less likely to try something that might help you to heal or help you to connect or have some sort of deeper experience in your life. It's doing it because it's trying to avoid pain or suffering. But in doing so, it usually causes pain or suffering, right? And so we have this thing where if we're in the survival field enough, and the survival field is deeply intellectual and not very much intuition, and we're in fight flight, even hyper reactive, hyper vigilant form of fight flight, and not really allowing for vagal tone for the body to heal, the body to rest, the body to digest, whatever it might be. Another way of saying that is we've lost our life purpose. We got sucked into the survival game and we lost our soul purpose, our soul field, what we were supposed to be maybe doing or what's in front of us, you know. So in this, Bariel can help us to have like a deeper level of understanding, a deeper level of wisdom, uh, in a way, Bariel helps protect us from going down the wrong lane, or protects us from us trying to overly protect ourselves. It's just like if you had a shoulder injury, your body kind of tightens up and holds on to that and tries to protect it to keep you from hurting yourself even further. And sometimes we have a bad experience that, you know, it was a bad experience and we need to shake it off and move forward. But there's part of our whole being that goes, no, we need to protect from that ever happening again. And then we start making choices and we start behaving and start reacting in ways that doesn't allow for our life purpose to unfold or our soul journey to unfold, our ability to connect, our ability to love. It is something that becomes an idea rather than what we're doing, right? So this idea of working Bariel, it keeps helping us align more deeply with that life purpose, that guidance, that spiritually being attuned, right? So in a way, it's protective, but it's not protective of us like keeping bad people away. It's it helps us not to let the bad things that happen or when bad people have done things to us it protects us from those things continuing to impact us and have an effect. It's like, yeah, a bad thing happened, but I need to shake it off. I need to get back in alignment, right? Where a lot of times when a bad thing happens, we just kind of keep degenerating. We stay in that field of dysregulation. We stay in that field of survival, and we start to kind of lose ourselves a little bit. You know, there's been a few times in my life where I was like, I feel like I lost myself. Like I lost who I was or where I was going or what I thought I wanted to do. And I just wasn't that I made choices. It's just things happened. And then, you know, one thing after another. And then pretty soon I'm just so far away from who I was or what my goals were or even just how I saw myself, you know. And so we're going to do the Bariel. We're going to do this thing we just did, but we're going to go a little bit deeper when we hit the brain. We're going to keep going a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper in the brain. Now, normally we would want to try to stimulate the blue pearl. And one of the ways that we can stimulate the blue pearl is not necessarily just by putting our attention there, it's by also doing the materialization breath. So we're going to do that first part again, but we're going to combine it with the materialization breath. Okay. So again, you're inhaling, your awareness is on the forehead. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is still on the forehead. Move your awareness to the back head. Your awareness is on the back head. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. The sides of your head. Your awareness is on the sides of your head. Your awareness is on the sides of your head. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And your awareness is on your brain. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your brain. Keep sinking deeper and deeper into the brain. Hey, let it go for a moment. You're just letting it all go. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold the bottle to your chest, right? You're going to hold the bottle to your chest. You're going to bend your head down, inhale, hold your breath, up, and then exhale. That's one breathing cycle, right? So then again, inhale, and then up, down, inhale, up, exhale, 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 down, inhale, up, exhale. And then just be still. Just be still for a moment. Just hear my words and let go. Ball. Your awareness is on your brain. You're not inhaling. Your awareness is just simply on your brain. Bowl. Re. El. Bowl. Re. El. Begin inhaling the oil again. Your awareness is on your brain. And then let it go. Just completely let it go. Again, bottle to your chest, chin down. Inhale, hold your breath, up, exhale. Down, inhale, hold your breath. Up, exhale. Down, inhale, hold your breath. Up, exhale. Do about 5 or 6 more. And then you're just pausing and being still. Okay, so now you have the energy of Bariel starting to really kind of flow through your energy body. So I would say areas where you feel that there's a holding pattern, be it that it's in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, in some situation with a person or a past event, whatever it is, wherever you feel that there's like a holding pattern, let's use where we're at right now and help to realign with light. That's even if it's something you've been working on, it's an old situation or a pattern with somebody or a group of people where you've been working on it, it feels like it's going okay. Let's still realign with the light in this particular area. So all you're going to do is, be it that it's your body, person, emotions, thought, you're going to first just sit and observe. Observe the body, the emotions, the thoughts, the pattern, the person, whatever it is. And keep your awareness on that area as you inhale the oil. This one feels And then just pause and let go. Well, we're going to do some more, but let's maybe talk and ask questions or do some shares for a little bit, and then we'll come back and do a little bit more work. So go ahead and unmute yourself or type in. Go ahead and fire away.
This is Lorraine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right away, right off the bat, when we started focusing on the brain, even before inhaling the oil,
hmm
I started to have just this tingling in my brain and tingling in my head. And it did persist through most of the patterns for that we have done so far. So I found that interesting and just noted it.
and like, how do you feel right now compared to like say an hour ago?
Well, I feel pretty I never know whether it's spaciness or expansiveness,
Right.
but
Yeah, I hear
I feel like
you.
I feel expansion in my brain, I guess I have to say.
Yeah,
And I don't know, that feels like maybe release, which I'm hoping for.
yeah. A lot of times, if you think about where, like when we're doing more of the clinical practices and things like that, is you're trying to, you want the intellect to do what it does the best that it can, and you want intuition to do what it does the best that it can, but you also want them to like work together. And like sometimes what happens is when intellect is really in like this holding pattern, it doesn't allow for the intuitive mind to have any sort of like say so or influence, or it diminishes it probably more than anything. And so when you go through and you work this with Bariel, part of what happens if you were to like be clairvoyantly watching is a bunch of stuff starts coming off the left side of your brain, and it's literally like that holding pattern of whatever the situation is. And sometimes, if we're not directing it specifically at a particular thing, it's just that tendency of the things that we hold on to, prevent that pain or prevent that suffering, whatever it might be. And so, it's tied to the dysregulation of the nervous system and the rigidity that can happen in the intellectual mind. But, you're kind of shedding that a little bit. And the byproduct is the mind expands. The mind, like it's filled more with light. And you begin like processing, because there's different kinds of processing. There's processing for the instincts, which is really, this is a weird way to say it, but with instincts, you're processing time. And then you process things emotionally, and then you can process things mentally. And when you go through and you work this aspect with Bariel, you're processing things mentally. Like, you're releasing them, working through them, innovating them, pruning it, going, I don't need this anymore, whatever it might be. But you're going through and kind of processing that. Yeah. She had some good experiences.
Yeah, I mean, every angel's different, but this one felt a little, I don't want to say like a roller coaster, but I mean, there were moments where I was like, I'm asleep right now. Like I was just,
Mhm.
out. And then when we did the materialization breath, I really felt like light was just flooding in. And then when we were working like that issue or
Mhm.
whatever, I went towards one specific and then it like flipped very quickly to like the bigger issue.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's the bigger issue, but that it felt like it was. And it just really felt like light was coming in and like breaking it up. Like,
Nice.
I mean, I don't know what this is going to look like, but definitely
Yeah.
something.
Nice.
And go ahead, Denise.
Hey, hey.
Hello. I think I might have blanked out on this part. When we you said to observe the bodies, the emotions and thoughts, maybe the patterns for the person or situation, and just
Mhm.
kind of be with that. Then
Mhm.
were we supposed to go to the brain and then do the materials, or
Um,
did you have us hold up?
y- so when you kind of get the ball rolling, like with Bariel, like in this area, like at some point you can just then like start putting your awareness on something, and it's like you're directing that energy associated with Bariel to that specific thing. And I don't know what we did after that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But the idea was to like invoke the angel, bring the angelic energy in, and then start directing it in different areas. If you don't direct it, it will still do something, but if you have an area in your life where you're like, I'm in a holding pattern here, I gotta bust out of this, you know, it's the time to like direct it. I would say there's been like two, maybe three times in my life where I was like, I'm so sick of what's happening. I'm so sick of it. I need something to happen. I didn't even care if it was like a lateral move. I just needed something different to happen because I was at my wit's end. And I was just so like, I'm just so done. But nothing different was happening. And I was like, I'm trying not to blow up my life right now, but like I'm starting to get to the place where maybe I should just blow up my life and do that. And the idea is that Bariel, it doesn't really mean you're going to blow up your life. It's the opposite. Like it means that you know we're trying to make something happen, and so we see it as these external situations, but really it's an internal alignment or an internal attunement. And if I go back to those times, I was just in a bad place. Internally, I was in a very bad place. I was frustrated, I was tired, I was miserable. And, you know, the idea with Bariel is to start shifting to that place where you're aligning with your intuitive mind and that innovative part of your mind and the life path and the journey that maybe you were on and lost way or that you're needing to align to. And and it doesn't mean that you blow up your life or change anything, but if you have that alignment, then you can start making choices that impact things externally, and you kind of break out of whatever you're in.
Well, I think
The mind will really hold on to something, even if you're miserable.
yeah.
It's that saying, the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. You keep suffering through something because it's like, well, at least I know what's going to happen. And, you know,
It did feel like I went deep into
yeah.
that situation or that kind of what was going on, and I think it's a pattern, and it was definitely hurtful,
Hmm.
understandable but hurtful. How's that?
Sure.
And
Sure. Sure.
so it went kind of deep in that, and then it was kind of strange because it kind of like then um, deep into it, but then it widened. I don't know, like I was more neutral, like a little bit more neutral, like it
Well,
was
I would say
consistent.
like that it widened
Yeah,
is expansion. Like that is like anytime you have feeling or that like expansive feel. Something is healing, something is shifting, something is innovating, and you might not even know what it is at the moment, but it eventually will come to your mind. But you know, the idea of expansion as prosperity or abundance or as healing, it's really just two sides of the same coin. Is you're expanding out of something that's repetitive, that you're able to step in something that's new or different or upgraded or innovated or whatever that might be. And so that feeling would be expansion.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to working with this one because I think it was so new and so kind of, like I said, sort of open. I didn't have words for it yet in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But clearly I think that you're onto something here.
Oh,
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been working with this angel for probably, God, like 30 years, 35 years. Yeah. This one's one of my old jams. Yeah.
And go ahead, Donita.
Hey, hey, how are you?
I freezing. I'm cold. Um, I'm there with Lorraine when she shared about the tingling in the brain and like
Hmm.
expansion. And I have a bit of like I have a question. So I don't know. I didn't put the two and two together, and I did the Azrael pack, already before
Hmm.
before we started this. So even before we started the process, there was just so much energy in my body.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like especially today, like I'm tired. So do they use, let's say, Azrael, Bariel, do they play together? Or
I'd say all of them play together. I mean, here
what
we're
did I
talking
do
about
here?
expansion and breaking out of a pattern, and Azrael is about like the death of the old self and letting go of something and working through something. And so, you know, that's kind of in the same vein. I mean, different, but in the same thing.
Hmm. So I didn't just okay. It's
Mhm.
just nice. Yeah, just I'm just feeling so much energy through my body right now. I was like, oh, did I just blow my fuses? Thank you. But can we just do that? Just if, let's say, inhaling an oil and just intuitively, or just stick to one?
No, you can mix and match.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I mean, what happens, we'll be talking about this in the applied angelology class, is that the more that you stimulate um, certain processes in the body, it increases mm, it increases the connection to the angels. Like when even you start doing like just your clinical, how we talk about dysregulation and vagal tone, or energetically we're working the chakras. You start increasing the connection to the angels, even when you're doing just simple, like really kind of mundane, like healing, because the body is like starting to operate on a different level. There's more light that's been integrated into the body. And so, like, the angel that's associated with the heart is Zadkiel, for example. And, if you stimulate the processes enough in the body, which we're in the process of doing, right? It stops even being about invoking Zadkiel. Is you just put the heart in the right place. You clean it, you work the chakra, you increase vagal tone, you work the cardiovascular system, whatever it is. And just by doing that, increases the angelic connection to that angel. But really, you're increasing the angelic connection to all angels. It makes it like easier to access. It makes it easier to bring in. Yeah.
And then go ahead, Teresa.
Hey, hey,
Hello.
how are
Uh,
you?
I'm really calm. I
Good.
had something profound,
Hmm.
something ancient,
Hmm.
um, like a, would probably say an ancient healing going on, which is super cool. I always think I'm probably not going to get this pack, and guess what? We'll be getting this one. Like,
Yeah,
do I need all of them? But
I
so I
know.
have no, because I've never heard of this angel, and but that was pretty profound. My mind was scattered on particles of the pattern, and then as we started working it, it just showed me. I'm like, okay, I
Hmm.
got it. And
And
so then my curiosity is, what is in the oils? What are the oils?
let's see, what is Bariel?
Mm, got it.
So Bariel is dark amber clary sage,
Okay.
mugwort, palo santo, kava kava, and exotic basil.
Okay. Dark air, amber, clary sage,
Mhm.
Palo Santo, mugwort. What were the last two?
Kava kava
Uh-huh.
and exotic basil.
Wow. No wonder I'm so chill.
Yeah, no joke, huh?
That one's great. Oh, fantastic. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
Are there stacks of angel oils like with art programming?
Well, we're working angels. We're not necessarily working the aura like this. I mean, you can, like how Donita was asking about, can you work angels together? You could do that, but you're not necessarily doing a stack like you would in the org programming work. Yeah.
Great shares, guys, and we're not done yet. So go ahead. I think we're ready to keep on going.
Okay. So let's go ahead and have you close your eyes. Just kind of be with the body. Now, visualize yourself in a ball of light. You're not even inhaling yet. You're just visualizing yourself in a ball of light. And as you visualize yourself in a ball of light, when you feel ready, go ahead and begin inhaling while you meditate or keep your awareness on the ball of light. You're doing nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now, let that go. And we're going to do a smaller ball of light around the head, the neck, and the shoulders. So just this area. Smaller ball of light. Awareness is on the head, neck, and shoulders. You're visualizing this area in a ball of light. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're inhaling the blend to your awareness on the smaller ball of light. Now let that go. Visualize a lotus below your feet. You're visualizing a lotus below your feet. And then just let that go. Now, visualize yourself standing in a pillar of light. From above your head, down through the body, down below your feet, you're standing in a pillar of light. And then just let it go. Just let it go. Now, you're going to visualize your whole body in a flame, a brilliant white flame. And then just pause. Pause and let go. Visualize yourself again in a flame. And as you visualize yourself in that flame, again, you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause and be still. You're letting everything go. Just being still. Keep your eyes closed. I'm just going to say the name a few times. Ball. Re. El. Practice body awareness. Feel it in your body. Where do you feel something in your body? By practicing body listening and body awareness, you're increasing and improving the function of the chakras or the energy body. You're feeling it in your body. You're maintaining your awareness on that area of your body. Ball. Re. El. Your awareness is on your feet. Take nice, long, slow, deep breaths with the angel Bariel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your feet. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Continue to inhale the oil. Your awareness is on your lower legs, from the knee to the ankle. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. your thighs, from your hips down to your knees. Your awareness is on your thighs. How you doing there? Now, move your awareness to your arms, from the shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. Your awareness is on your arms. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause and be still. Your awareness is on your navel. Your awareness is on your navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. An inch and a half below your navel. Just let it go for a moment. Okay, so we're going to do the spleen. So left hand side of your body below your ribs. Left hand side of your body below your ribs. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Okay, you're on your left hand side of your body below your ribs. Push through and come out on the back side. That same area, that same spot, but on the back. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Okay, now go to your eyes, your eyeballs. Your awareness is on your eyes. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your nostrils, your awareness is on the nostril. Your tongue, your awareness is on the tongue. Your ears, your ear canals, your ears. Your awareness is on your ears. Your awareness is on your whole face. And then just pause and let go. Your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Hmm. And then just pause and be still. Okay, one more time. Bottle to the chest, chin down, and let's do 8 or 9 of the materialization breaths. Inhale, hold your breath, up, exhale. Do 8 or 9 of the materialization breaths. And then just be still. Silently in your mind, ba, ri, el, ba, ri, el. Okay, notice how you feel. So, like I said, Bariel is for healing. It's for realigning, reattuning to the life purpose. It's associated and used in practices for working with Jupiter, so prosperity and materialization processes, healing processes. And again, it's about realigning with the light, breaking free of those old patterns and aligning with something new, something different. So Anyway, next week is the angel Bariel. Um, so yeah, another one that will be nice to work with. So we're going to move over to the Astara prayer petition blessing. Join us if you can. We'll, take the energy that we have right now and go a little bit deeper in that process. And thanks for hanging out with us. Take care, you guys.